Welcome everyone to the City of Joliet Pre-Council meeting for Monday, March 18th, 2024. Presiding over the meeting is our Mayor, Terry Darcy.
We'll begin with roll call. Mayor Darcy.
Here.
Councilman Cardenas.
Here.
Councilman Clement. Here. Councilman Guerrero.
Here.
Councilman Hug. Absent. Councilwoman Ibarra.
Here.
Councilman Mudrin.
Here.
Councilwoman Coleman.
Here.
Councilwoman Reardon.
Here.
First on the agenda this evening is citizens to be heard on agenda items. Brendan Alviano regarding Council Memo 143-24.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor Darcy and council members. My name is Brandon Alviano, and I'm honored to represent Saxum Real Estate. As you're aware, we're in the final process of plat approval to create a lot of approximately 27 acres on Millsdale Road. Once this lot is finalized, Saxum will proceed with purchasing the parcel from the seller, Route 53 Land LLC. Saxum is immensely proud and excited to be investing in the city of Joliet. As one of the largest cold storage developers in the United States, we're eager to bring a state-of-the-art cold storage facility of approximately 295,000 square feet to Joliet. This facility is being constructed as a built-to-suit for Arcadia Cold Storage. Arcadia Cold Storage currently operates 5 cold storage facilities across the United States and continues to expand. Once Joliet facility is completed, Arcadia plans to hire up to 60 to 90 full-time jobs, ranging in salaries from $46,000 a year to $180,000 a year. Furthermore, we're committed to fostering local economic growth and development. Our design build partner, Clayco, is poised to subcontract $40 to $50 million of construction work to local union contractors. This endeavor will generate approximately 85 to 100 construction jobs, providing a boost to the local economy. So we're deeply honored to be a part of this community. Our team is dedicated to ensuring the success of the project and contributing to Joliet for many years to come. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else that would like to speak on an agenda item this evening?
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Garland Mays, 1317 Fairview. I want to come here to talk about 135-24. I know that it's up for denial tonight, and that is the Family Dollar issuance of a Class C liquor license at 454 East Cass Street. Even though that's up for denial tonight, I just wanted to come down and speak. I went down there personally. I talked to some of the employees down there. They were just really did not want to see that happen as well. I know Family Dollar might not want to hear that, but you have a liquor store across the street. Down the street from there, you have a facility that helps with our homelessness. And I just really think, I don't know what ideal or who came up with this idea to even request for a liquor license there, but I would ask this council to completely, unanimously deny this issuance of a liquor license there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next, we'll have the city manager review tomorrow's action items.
Starting with the consent agenda, tomorrow we'll have Council Memo 117-24, which is payrolls for November 2023 to February 2024, will be on the agenda to approve tomorrow. Council Memo 118-24, award of a contract for the 2024 Bluff Street Interceptor Rehabilitation to Instiform Technologies USA in the amount of $1,262,641. Council Memo 119-24, award of a contract for the 2024 to 2026 City of Joliet Mosquito Abatement Program to Clark Environmental Mosquito Management in the amounts of $35,772, $36,845, and $37,950 respectively. Council Memo 120-24 to award of a professional services agreement for the 2024 Department of Public Utilities Asset Management Program to Cultivate Geospatial Solutions LLC in an amount not to exceed $98,000. Council Memo 121-24, purchase of a GPS survey equipment from Sealer Instrument and Manufacturing Company, Inc., in the amount of $58,042.45. Council Memo 122-24, purchase of a water metering equipment from Core and Main LP in the amount of $845,396. Council Memo 123-24, request for approval to purchase a linear light source for the evidence unit. Council Memo 124-24, request for authorization to purchase 2 Polaris Crew XP units for the police department for $61,497.42. Council Memo 125-24, 2024 streetlight control cabinet purchase order number 1 to Excel Limited, Inc. in the amount of $74,995. Council Memo 126-24, amendment to the current sole source agreement with Blue Line Professional Consultants, LLC. Council Memo 127-24, Amendment Number 1 for the Professional Engineering Services Contract for Phase 2 Engineering for Chicago Street, Jefferson to Webster Streetscape Reconstruction to Civil Tech Engineering in an amount not to exceed $291,471. Council Memo 129-24, request for authorization to conduct electric auction and award electric supply agreement.
Pause. Are there any questions?
Any questions on consent or agenda items? Moving on, licenses and permit applications. The Deputy Liquor Commissioner is here to give a brief overview of the liquor license items.
Good evening. All right, first item is 131-24, which is an application for the issuance of a Class B license at 1104 Humboldt Road, which is China Kitchen. The Class B license authorizes the sale of alcohol for consumption on the premises. The applicant has an existing restaurant, which is expanding to accommodate more dining customers and like to be able to serve alcohol with the meals. The Liquor Commissioner is recommending the approval of this license. Item 132-24 is another application for the issuance of a Class B liquor license at 113 Republic Avenue, the Amore Banquet Hall. A Class B license, like I said, authorizes the sale of alcohol for consumption on the premises. This applicant has an existing restaurant/catering business already at this location and is looking to take over the bar that already exists there as well. The Liquor Commissioner is recommending the approval of this license. Item 133-24 is an application for the issuance of a Class C liquor license at 118 East Jackson, El Guero Fresh Market. A Class C authorizes the sale of alcohol for consumption off the premises. This is a much-needed full-service grocery store that wishes to include a liquor section. And the Liquor Commissioner is recommending the approval of this license as well. The next is, item 134-24 is a resolution to deny the issuance of a Class C liquor license at 861 North Larkin Family Dollar. In addition to residents opposing this new license, the Joliet Police Department has concerns due to the already large number of calls for service to this address. There's 104 in the past year. The Liquor Commissioner is recommending the approval of this resolution, which would be to deny the liquor license. I know that sounds confusing, but we're approving the resolution to deny. Okay. All right. The next item is very similar. Item 135-24 is a resolution to deny the issuance of a Class C liquor license at 454 East Cass Street, another Family Dollar. Once again, in addition to residents opposing this new license, the Joliet Police Department also has concerns due to the large number of calls of service to this address, 219 in the previous year. So the Liquor Commissioner is recommending the approval of the resolution to deny this liquor license. Is there any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Me? Council Memo 137-24, public hearing for an ordinance approving the vacation of a 30-foot wide public utility easement located at the southeast corner of McDonough Street and Southeast Frontage Road. The petitioner is here if we have any questions. Council Memo 139-24, ordinances related to Timber Point Unit 2 subdivision, including an ordinance approving a final planned unit development and an ordinance approving a recording plat of Timber Point Unit 2. Petitioner is here if you have any questions. Council Memo 140-24, ordinance approving a variation of use to allow continuation of a 3-unit residence in an R1 single-family residential zoning district located at 506 Manhattan Road. Petitioner is here if you have any questions.
I do have a question about that.
Okay?
Was that operating, it was very unclear, I was trying to read about that. Was that operating in a R1 as, not a single family, but a multi-residential? Was that illegally, or was it like, can Chris Regis please explain it for me? That would be great.
The operation of that house is a multi-family operation, predates our down zoning and predates the zoning code, so it always was like that. Our zoning enforcement people just kind of stumbled upon it and realized that it was not in compliance. They looked at the history of it. From our records, it looks like it dates back decades ago, so that's why it's grandfathered in, and we're just kind of cleaning up our zoning paperwork by granting this use.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Council Memo 141-24, ordinance approving a preliminary planned unit development at Lakewood Prairie Subdivision, Unit 3. Petitioner is here if you have any questions.
Excuse me for 1 minute, I'm sorry. I have a question on the previous one. I just happened to catch this sentence. It said that property had been inspected as a 3-unit by Neighborhood Services for 38 years, but they didn't know the zoning?
One hand always doesn't know what the other one's doing, and the salient point
It's been in good
is,
standing all along, but I was just wondering why all of a sudden it was caught when we've been inspecting it for 38 years. That's just caught my eye just then.
okay.
So, okay. We need help in Neighborhood Services. A lot of help, Mayor.
We're getting there.
I know, they're trying. They're doing a good job with what we got. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Okay, where was I? 142.
43.
Sorry, 122.
Okay. Council Memo 142-24, ordinance authorizing an amendment to the annual budget of the City of Joliet for the 2024 fiscal year. So this is just unspent money from 2023 that we're moving to 2024. Is that correct, Kevin?
Yes.
Yes, that's correct. Okay. Council Memo 143-24, ordinances related to a final plat and a recording plat of Joliet Logistics Park Subdivision Phase 3.
Okay, I have questions regarding that. I have so many questions, and I don't know who wants to answer this. The petitioner or Chris Regis wants to answer this, but I was trying to look back for a timeline, because this goes all the way back to 2007, and I looked at the dates with events. I see that in May of 2022, council approved a development agreement regarding this project connecting to the closed loop network to be built by North Point. I was not on the council at this time, so I need more information regarding the project and how that connects to the closed loop. Can someone please summarize this for me tonight? And then I would like every council member provided that as well. The development agreement, which includes the specifics of connecting this project to the closed loop. Because there is no closed loop at this point, and if there is no closed loop, these trucks are going on 53 according to the development agreement, and that means more trucks on the road in my district. And my district is already overwhelmed. I get calls, tons of calls every day with trucks on the road and traffic and accidents. So I would like staff or somebody to explain to me how this is all gonna go.
Okay, I can take a shot at it. You threw a lot out there, so I'll do my best
It's
with
a
it.
lot. We need to have a clear understanding when we're voting on things.
Sure, in 2022, there was an agreement approved by the city council regarding potential connection to the closed loop in the future. So the question is, okay, as we sit here right now, does platting Lot 3, does that require connection to the closed loop? The answer is no, because number one, there is nothing on Lot 3. All we're doing is creating the lot by approving the final subdivision. And number two, the closed loop does not exist as it pertains to this piece of property. Right now, everything's on the other side of 53. Is it possible that in the future, this development and other developments within that logistics park would have to connect to the closed loop? Yes, that might be true if certain conditions are met in the future. There's a sunset clause on the agreement. There's a cost cap on the agreement that might mean that in the future, these parcels do not need to connect to it. So, like I said, as we sit here today, the answer is no, it does not. In the future, as things are developed, it may be required to do that.
So how is what they're gonna do affect traffic on the road that we already have a huge problem with?
Okay.
How much worse is that gonna get? Because they sound like they know who's gonna go in a part of this, so I'm unclear if this is a spec, or speculative, or if they know how many, I mean, they seem to know, I have it written down somewhere, how much these jobs are gonna pay. So how many jobs is there gonna be? How many trucks is this gonna put on the road? How many cars is this gonna put on the road? And how is this gonna affect traffic, which we already have a huge problem with in the city of Joliet. In particular, on my district, on the south side of Joliet.
That's a good question for the developer.
If I can't get an answer on this, I will not vote on this tomorrow.
Brandon Alviano, representing the developer, Saxum. To answer your one question, it is not a spec building. There is a tenant in hand already for the building. It is already going to be leased. It will not be built speculative. My engineer is diligently looking up the traffic numbers for you.
Okay.
Hi, my name's Andrew Utan. I work at Langen Engineering. We're downtown. So we put together a traffic study based on what we expect to occur for just this 295,000 square foot cold storage facility to go on the site. In the morning, the peak traffic movements is 9 trucks, and in a 1 hour time frame. And in the afternoon, the peak is 7 trucks. And then all we have for the course of a week is around 244 trucks over the course of 7 days. So usually that's busier on, Monday through Friday versus Saturday and Sunday, but that's the total number that we have calculated.
And you're expecting those trucks to go on what road by way of what?
So, we envision the trucks will exit onto Millsdale Road. That's the only street we have access to.
So that has a weight limit.
No, it's a different side.
Oh, okay.
This is the other side, isn't it, Chris? The east side of?
Yeah, this is on the east side of Route 53. Yeah, so actually, as part of our project, we're building out the rest of Millsdale Road and dedicating that to the city of Joliet. And then that access is Route 53 to go north. That answer the question? I don't know if you like the answer, but that's the answer to the question.
I don't have to like the answer.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah, you
my,
answered.
my constituents are disgusted with the amount of truck traffic.
Any other questions I can answer as an engineer?
No, thanks.
Okay.
We talked about this. This is the east side of 53, and it's something that we have a real problem with. There are things that we've inherited as a council at this date today that we can't really make much change on. We've got to get a map out there to know exactly what's still out there like this type of a development that we don't have a lot of choice on. Chris, help me out here. We would get into litigation if we deny this regarding past approvals on annexation and industrial zoning that they have.
Well, in 2007, the city council did zone these parcels as industrial. And when the council does that, there is an expectation from the developer that the council will honor those commitments and allow them to develop as promised by that zoning. So any use consistent with industrial use is acceptable by the prior legislation.
So it's zone R1, that doesn't sound like clean and quiet industrial to me if there's gonna be almost 300 trucks a week. Does that sound like clean and quiet to you?
This is zoned industrial.
It isn't zone industrial?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, from 07.
Any further questions? Moving on, Council Memo 144-24, ordinance amending Chapter 2, Division 7, Sections 2-31311 and 2-31313, Arts Commission of the City of Joliet of Ordinances, amending the number of members and clarifying attendance requirement. If no questions, moving on to resolutions. Council Memo 146-24, resolution accepting grant of permanent and temporary easements for 126 Iowa Avenue on the Hickory Creek East Water Main Improvement Project. Council Memo 147-24, resolution to approve a community memorandum of agreement between the City of Joliet and the Will County Health Department regarding the integrated referral and intake system, the IRIS system that the fire department uses. Council Memo 148-24, supplemental resolution appropriating motor fuel tax funds associated with an intergovernmental agreement with the State of Illinois Department of Transportation for the US Route 30 roadway improvements project in the amount of $447.56. Council Memo 149-24, resolution accepting Illinois Environmental Protection Agency low-interest loan for the lead water service line replacement program, Phase 5. Council Memo 150-24, resolution accepting Illinois Environmental Protection Agency low-interest loan for the 2024 water main replacement program. Council Memo 151-24, resolution authorizing the execution of a second amended sales tax incentive agreement for Supermercados El Guero, Inc. at 118 East Jackson Street. This is the one that we've been so anxiously awaiting it to open, and he is working on it. We just need to extend him a little more time. He thinks he can open by the end of June
Of this year?
of this year. Yes, so that's great news, still opening. That's it for me.
Next is public comments. Is there anyone that would like to speak under public comments this evening? Seeing none, I did receive a request for closed session. Is there a motion to go into closed session to discuss personnel, collective bargaining, land acquisition or conveyance pending or threatened litigation, after which the meeting will be adjourned?
So moved.
Second.
Did motion seconded to approve. Councilman Cardenas?
Aye.
Councilman Clement?
Aye.
Councilman Guerrero?
Aye.
Councilwoman Navarro?
Aye.
Councilman Mudrin?
Aye.
Councilwoman Coleman?
Aye.
Councilwoman Reardon?
Aye.
Mayor Darcy?
Aye.
Motion carried.